Welcome back. This is my current wiring mess. This is the Ultima wiring. So I sent the ECU away. So the Ultima wire is just sitting here for right now. So in the meantime, I'm trying to get my lights to work in the Mini. The fender's on, marker light. If anyone out in my group here that knows anything, these are the plugs that plug into the bottom of the fuse box on the Mini. So if any of you guys could tell me, if you know, which one of these I need to power in order to get the lights to work inside, let me know. I have found out with this blue plug that this red with yellow, for some reason, when I put 12 volts to it, it lights up all the marker lights down that side of the car. But that's all I have. I have no turn signals, no brake lights, nothing anywhere else anything other than I have marker light. I have 1, 2 in the fender, 3 which is back in like the wheel well on that side, and then the marker light in the back. If anyone knows off the top of their head, let me know, because if not, I'm gonna have to sit here and pull the dash apart and then trace wires and all that habit. But if you know, let me know. So in the meantime, I'm going to keep plugging along with wiring here. I got new headlights up there. Nobody knows yet, but you'll see this here soon. So I got 2 new fenders. I got them for steel. I got a new bumper cover. So the game plan is to get the bumper cover kind of where I want it, put the hood back on, and I may have to shift the hood forward about 3 inches, maybe, to see how it looks, to clear the radiator, because I got to put the radiator in front of this thing. I do have new wheel bearings, brakes and rotors in the front. And don't make fun of my makeshift collar for the Ultimate axle to the brand new Mini axle. This way that I can move it. I will eventually, down the road, take this and have them make me a brand new CV axle up at the drive shaft shop. But for right now, it's just going to have to work just so we can move the car around. I did have to order a new lower patrol arm for both sides because it's kind of hard to see. But that whole thing moves and it's not supposed to. So the bushing in the back where it meets the car is busted out. So I bought a new one of those for both sides, and just the whole arm. Actually, all the arms for this thing is actually really, really cheap. So I gotta get those done, and then you can see where I cut this off from before. I gotta cut this off straight, weld a plate to it, and then I'll take a piece of metal pipe and come up around, probably more than likely come up between here, or maybe come out at an angle like out here, and come out and bolt to the frame rail. So that way it gives me more support in the front. I gotta finish welding on some tabs and stuff, and I'm kind of like in the holding pattern because I have no seats. No seats yet. I have no door latches. I'll take all the HVAC out of this and get rid of it so I can put the wiring in there. The game plan is to use the Ultima gauge cluster and the Ultima gauges and mount them up on the dash and put the gauge cluster here and make something around it, I guess. But I want to keep the engine stuff to the engine and then keep the car body. So basically it'll just be like brakes, turn signals, lights. Everything else should be run off the Ultima harness. I may even, to be honest with you, I even have the Ultima's body harness right here, which this is one of the fuse boxes. Here's one. And then there's the other one. This is the one that goes out for all the lights to plug into. So maybe I could just put this in and then just run my wires independently from here out to the run the wires from that gate from the steering column where the shifter is. Take those wires and wire them into the body harness, which I have. This is a big mess at the moment. They're here somewhere. There's 3 little white plugs here somewhere. that is what plugs onto the Ultima's shift column. So I should be able technically to wire those 3 plugs into there, which will give me the input from that into the harness, which should in turn put power from that out to all the individual lights. So I don't know. This whole thing's going to be a big wiring mess, but once I get the ECU here and get it on and verify I can start the engine the way I want to, then the rest of it's just trivial. It's just figuring out one circuit, following it out, doing it, and just so be it. All right, stay tuned. Peace.